Hello, this video is about opening and closing procedures and then some internal procedures that are important to follow. Let's talk about the opening and closing first. There are three things that need to be followed. One is turning off the hot water at the circuit breaker. Let's take a look. Right here, everything is going to the middle, so they're on. The hot water heater has two circuits to it, and this piece of tape connects them. Right now it's on. Right now it's off. If we're leaving and we're vacating the condo, we want it to be off. When we come in, if it's not on, turn it on. Got that? So this is off, and that's on. Number two is to stop the water from coming into the unit. If there's ever a water leak, especially on the 10th floor, it'll be havoc in terms of this condo and people below and next to us. So let's come over here. There are two levers here. The closer one is not important. I'm going to focus on the one further away. I've got a light here. Cameraman, try to get close, please. As you can see, there are two levers, green and blue. It's the blue one that's the main one. Right now, the lever is going with the pipe, so water is coming in. If I take it and make it perpendicular, right now the water is stopped. So if there's a leak in here, if these hoses leak or if something breaks, water is not going to continually come into the unit and cause a flood. So in that position, it's off. In that position, it's on. One more time. That is off, perpendicular to the pipe. That's on, parallel, right with the pipe. The third opening and closing procedure is around temperature. We need to leave the air conditioning on even when the place is vacant, but not on a lot. So right now it says 75. If I were to leave the condo for an extended period, I would just put it on to, let's say 78, maybe 79. This way the air conditioning stays on, the place stays relatively dry, but we're not using a whole lot of electricity. Those three are the opening and closing procedures. Now let's talk about some internal procedures, some of which are unique to our condo. Let's take a look at the washer dryer. Most places have condominium washer dryers. Ours are not. They're full size. They barely fit. They barely fit. In fact, when you go like this, I don't know if you could see this last dial. Come over here, camera person. This last dial is difficult to get access to. That's for the dryer. And over here, this is difficult to get access to. We like it. We like the big washer, the big dryer. This is a little bit awkward, and when you're taking clothes out of the washer, make sure you're careful not to hit your head on the dryer door. One thing you can do is to reach up here, take this, flick it down, and have the doors swing open. Now I've got better access to the activation knobs for the washer and the dryer. When I'm done, I could just put this down, put it into the groove, and we're done. Again, it's a consideration to have this, but compared to condo-sized washer dryers, we greatly prefer this. This is very convenient. Two more internal procedures. One is the garbage disposal. The garbage disposal is here. It's on the left side of the sink. It's for fruits and vegetables and soft things like that. not for bones, not for anything hard, not for peach pits, not for cherry pits. And what we need to do is you need to make sure the water is running when you activate the disposal. The switch is here. That grinds everything up. The water was running the whole time. I turned the switch off. Now I can turn the water off. One more. Opening and closing the sliding doors. You need two hands for this. One on the handle, and the second right by this little scratch mark here. To open it, I just stay inside and you push. To close the door, again at the same spot on the outside with two hands, just to keep it straight, we close. It's not easy to do with one hand. This is probably 35 years old, and it needs to be balanced when you're opening and closing it. I'll do it again. It's closed now. Grab the handle here, and this is gentle, and I push here, it opens. When I come here and here, it closes. That ends the opening and closing procedures and some internal procedures around the condominium.